On the Wake Up Radio presents The Center with your host, DC Radical One.
Greetings, Black family, and welcome to On the Wake Up Radio. I am your host, DC Radical One, and you have entered the center. Shout out to our wonderful producer, Cindy Ashby. You can check us out on SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes Podcast, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and now on thewakeupradio.com, as well as OTW Tube. That's OTW Tube, and I believe that's OTWTube.com. But our wonderful producer will put the links in the chat as we proceed with the discussion. BB Fahodier to 777-9311. Greetings to Unique One Express. BB Fahodier to Sister Vanessa. Peace and Black Power to Brother Patrick. What's good, Lord Vale. And of course, our wonderful producer is here as well. So, I'm going to let a few more people come into the scene. Just finished having a discussion with Brother Janie about some interesting things, and we'll let you all know when those plans are developed. I will let you all know. But we have more things cooking in the some more things cooking in the kitchen as far as what we want to do heading forward in 2021 as things begin to open up. And I cannot say that the world gets back to normal, because that is not the case. Greetings to Melanated Queen L. I think this is the first time I've seen you here for our wonderful podcast / radio show / revolutionary propaganda tool. So let's just get into it with yesterday. For those before the A2 Philly eBay, I see people sliding in slowly but surely. Yesterday, we celebrated Dr. Francis Cress Welsing Day, and someone I know very well did a presentation / discussion on issues concerning the black woman. And the sister says, yes, it's my first time I came over from seeing your IG post. Oh, okay. That's good. That means that the IG post actually served its purpose. Glad to see you here. Hopefully this will not be your first and last time. Hopefully you'll be part of the growing community that we are building, growing internet community that we are building. And the goal is not just to do lectures or events or things like that, but the goal is to grow the SBPM community and to begin to organize our people against all of the things that we constantly talk about, from, of course, the homophile assault, the the incoming pedophile world order, the chemical and biological warfare. I mean, in the spirit of Dr. Welsing, we're being attacked in all areas of people activity. And so we have to come up with tools to counterattack in all areas of people activity, or at least defend ourselves. A good martial artist can defend themselves, or a good boxer can defend themselves and counterattack virtually simultaneously. And this is something that we as black people, we haven't focused on. We focused on, at best, trying to defend ourselves, and at worst, not even attempting to do that. So Philly E-Babe says, great show yesterday. So she's talking about the lecture lecture this slash discussion, the death and rebirth of the goddess black woman. That is the second time that I have done that. And I'm going to put up a few clips of that after I look at it, and I downloaded it, as you all know, or I don't know if I told you all. The Africa versus Everybody, who was, they were quick to delete that. So I was quick to download yesterday's event. I actually, and I'll probably do this from now on, I actually wanted to have a secondary camera, but I wanted to be on time, so I didn't get a chance to set up a secondary camera to record footage. One for myself personally, but two, to make sure that I had the event and everything was on the up and up. The event, I mean, the footage wasn't disrupted or deleted or anything like that. Just to have a backup, because I have another camera. It's an older camera, but the picture quality is not as good, but still a solid camera. So, but I didn't have to worry about that. I got the footage. I was actually looking at the part of the lecture this morning because it's a different perspective when you are on the stage as opposed to when you are in the audience, or you're watching it via live stream or whatever the case may be. And first of all, let me say this, because and I forgot to tag the brother and let him know the show was on. But first of all, let me thank everyone who purchased a ticket, those who came in person, those who purchased a live stream. We did very well. Combined, it's the biggest turnout for anything I've done, combined, live and digital. Lord Vale says, haven't thought about selling that footage of your event. What I'm going to do, and I didn't even actually get a chance to talk to him, but I want to, I will ask, because I have two people that could do it, but I will ask Brother Jenny, would he be willing to edit it and add his style and flair to it? And then that one, and there's another one that not the Africa versus Everybody, the Memorandum 46 that I did last year. A lot of people saw that and they were impressed, and it was information that people didn't know. It was old. The thing is, it's old information, but it's stuff that people didn't know. But it was still relevant to the time because we see the effects of it and see how people, the people that put it out are still implementing those policies. So to answer your question, yes, I have thought about it. I will let you all know if he's willing to edit it. If not, I had to find somebody else, and then I will let you all know how you can get it. I may just sell it like, I have to see. I have to have a platform where people can get it digitally. We're in the 21st century, so people don't want to have to wait for you to mail something and so forth, so on. And it's less cost overall. Greetings to Cote Crow. It's less cost overall. I think it's less cost to simply have it available for purchase digitally. So yeah. But to answer your question, Lord Vale, indeed, that if you all are, for those that didn't see it, if you all are, if there's a market for it, that's the word I'm looking for. If there's a market for it, then yeah, I'll pull it out, because I think this lecture, probably more than anything I've done, I think needs to be seen because of the subject matter, because it's a discussion I don't think that we have enough a discussion centered on the black woman, and a discussion that's not seeped in vitriol and accusations, but is built off of actual fact. It does not mean that it won't, what's the word I'm looking for? That doesn't mean that it won't cause people to be emotional, but that is not the that's not what I was looking for. The brother says, am I going to talk briefly about the new black woman president in Tanzania? I haven't, because of the lecture yesterday, I haven't even had a chance to really look into that and see what she's about. I am not familiar with her at all. So I am reticent to really talk about, because I don't know anything about her, bro. I'm completely just not qualified to speak on her politics. I don't know her background. Because a lot of times, especially on the continent, just because someone is someone's second in command does not mean that they plan to carry on that person's legacy. And we've seen that time and time again. And oftentimes the person that's second in command is the reason that the person that's first in command is no longer alive. So, and I'm not saying anything about her. I'm just saying historically. So I don't feel comfortable speaking about her either positively or negatively, or and then just be completely wrong. So, I think the fallout from the death of President Magufuli has yet to even really reveal itself. It will be interesting to see what direction that the sister takes the country in, and I think that a lot of things have there's a lot of things still on the table with that whole situation. And so because of that, that's pretty much all I feel like I can say about it. I'm not one of those people that believes in symbolism, like, oh well, there's a first black this, or first black that, or first woman this, or so forth and so on. Because if we study continental history especially, we've had women leaders of nations for thousands of years. That's not nothing new to us. And I think sometimes as African people, we get drawn into the European perspective, and we think that we're accomplishing something new when we're literally just doing something again that we were doing 5,000 years ago. Like literally, there were female rulers in ancient Kemet at least 3,000 years ago, without question. I would have to see the exact time frame of when. So that's about as comfortable as I feel with discussing that. I'm taking a wait and see attitude with that situation overall, and with the sister in particular. I wish her well. I hope she has that she looks out for the people. That's where her interest is looking out for the people and advancing the nation, and at least to some degree carrying on the legacy of President Magufuli, because he's definitely a strong brother who was willing to resist the West, not just on the vaccines, and also willing to resist China. I believe there was some Chinese loans that he said no to. So yeah, so that's, when you hold the line against the West and China, no one does that. The brother says, all I know is she is Muslim. That's all I know about her. Yeah, I saw her in the garb, so I didn't even want to assume that she was Muslim, but I saw how she was dressed. So, and then that adds a different perspective, because that religious aspect changes your perspective about life overall, just like, anything that you're dedicated to. Greetings to Sister Misty. Thank you for joining us. So my question is, what are you all's thoughts on yesterday? Like, what did y'all think about the lecture? What did y'all think about the event overall? Because as I saw, we started streaming kind of early, so y'all got to see like everything. BB Fahodier, straight Black Friday to a BB Fahodier, man. So, thoughts on the lecture, thoughts on the presentation, thoughts on the event. Was there anybody that is here, that was here yesterday? I don't think so. I'm looking, but I don't think so. But I think probably most of the people here saw the lecture. Well, let's start with that. Who did not see the lecture that's here? That will kind of let me know something right there. How many people we have in the building? Sister Fawn, you paid for it, right? So you were in and out. You had to watch the playback. Okay. As of right now, those who had the link, because there's a young sister. Well, the two young sisters that are on the continent, they're supposed to be watching it today. So those who have the link have access to it for probably a few more hours. Let's see. We got Allen, BB Fahodier. Okay. Now the brother said, I'm assuming that's a brother. I'm assuming here. He said he missed the event. Brother Patrick said he missed it. Yeah, that's no problem, brother. He had family emergency. I understand. Things happen. What I may do, just because some people are saying they missed it, I may, I don't know. I may make it available next weekend for a few hours and send the link out for those who are willing to drop a few coins in a bucket to see. Brother BB Fahodier, man, said that Audrey Lorde headshot. Yeah, man. When I first did this, and y'all had to remember I did this 2 years ago. I just added and took away some stuff. I knew how big a deal Audrey Lorde was to some people, but I didn't know how lascivious and degenerate she was. You start looking at people's history, and it's like, oh well, this makes sense. Oh, okay, this is how you feel. So that's how that is. Greetings to Taylor Nubia. I see more and more people coming in. But so yeah, that part, it was interesting because I think for one of the things I probably put up, I had to see how it looks because I actually didn't watch that part. I went past it. It's weird. The Black Oath, the second Black Oath, because I was talking to the sister and she was like, she was glad to do it, but she thought the people was a little lethargic. So I was like, all right, you know what? Let's make this more interactive. That part, and there was another part that was more interactive. I just wanted to get the crowd into it, and neither one of those were actually scripted. That was strictly organic for those that saw it. Our wonderful producer says it was a dope lecture. Yeah, so those things were they were not scripted. But 90% chance I'll get it edited and I'll make it available via what platform or how. That's the question. Like, I may make it available for playback. And brother said she was very degenerate and was a disgraceful person. And before the man said there's a reason why all gay, the gay lesbian movement leaders are acolytes of Audre Lorde. Indeed, and also had acolytes too. And that's one thing that we showed is how entrenched the hats are in feminism, and how the major black feminists are all hat not only hat disciples, but how they talk about people being in bed with people symbolically. These people are in bed with them politically and in bed with them, physically. So, and then when you see that, then their motivations for their actions become readily apparent. But what I saw is that people don't make that connection because people still don't understand the hats. You say you never received the link. You sister, I'm assuming it's a sister. You paid via Eventbrite, because if you did, then you should have been on the list. Everyone got sent the link at the same time. We took everyone that was everyone that paid. We have a list, and then we just sent it. We mass sent the link to everyone. So go through your email, let me know, and if you did not get it at all, I will. I don't know if you follow me on. If you follow me on Instagram, message me on Instagram, and then I'll send you the link, and you can watch it after the show. Because I don't plan to be on the show long. Although amazingly enough, it's been 27 minutes already, and I haven't even seemed like I just sat down. It's been one of those. It's been one of those weekends. Before they man say, is the link closed? No, currently the link is open because the sisters on the continent they should be watching it now because they are together, hanging out over there together, and they're gonna have in essence a mini watch party. So those who have it, it's open. I just didn't want to leave it open. I had it closed for overnight, early in the morning. Then I was talking to the sister, and she was like, oh, "Okay." So again, sister, check your email. Okay, but you still never got it. Okay, well that's weird because it was sent out for everybody. We didn't do it individually. So I don't. If you follow me on Instagram, and while I'm sitting around telling people to follow me on Instagram, I do not have my ticker running along the bottom. So how about that? Can't help anybody with that. Send me a message on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, just send me your email and I will email you the link so you can watch it while it's still up. It'll be up it'll be up probably to 11 o'clock today. Then I'll shut it back down. So 11 o'clock tonight, 10 o'clock tonight, something like that. So, and then I will be taking in, after I look at it, because I haven't looked at it, there's certain parts I'll take and put up on this YouTube page. So other than that, what other parts, for those who saw it, what other parts that people like or not like, I'm open to criticism. I'm not particularly sensitive. I am somewhat of a perfectionist, but I'm not particularly sensitive. I know that sounds contradictory, but it is what it is. Most of my critiques are more internal. You know what I'm saying? So outside critiques are like, okay, you say so. I know it's gonna sound extremely arrogant, but there's not a lot of people's opinions who I value. And the sister says she's connected to the SBPM newsfeed. Okay. Okay. So that means I would. Okay. That would mean I would have to hold up. Is my email up here? Wait, let me see. I forgot what I put in here. Because if my email's up here, just send me an email instead of me having to go through our list, which is quite extensive. Yeah, there's the email coming up. dc.radical_1 at protonmail.com. Send me an email at this email address that you see running across the bottom of the screen. I will send you the link after the show, and then we can do it like that. So I don't know what happened with that. I apologize for you not being able to see it live. I don't know what took place with that or why, because I wasn't in charge of actually sending out the email, but I know how the system works, and it goes to everyone at the same time. Philly E Babe says, I usually cringe when people post her, but now will cringe even more at the end of the day. During the Q&A, I agree that we have to redefine and re-Africanize our culture. With Audre Lorde, I don't really see people with her. And our wonderful producer says blackfishing was a new concept. Oh, you weren't familiar with blackfishing? Yeah, that actually, and that clip was actually old, like maybe 2 years old, and so but it's something I saw, and the most important thing about it, like I said yesterday, is that white women are making money, and because Asians do it too, which is weird, but you got Asian women running around and putting makeup or whatever, tanner on their face or whatever they be using, and just doing all this stuff and basically blackface, imitating black women and making money off of it. That was the thing for me, is that these people, these females, are making money off of imitating our women, and I'm sure that there are very few black female content creators that are getting the amount of views and endorsement and if they on here on this platform, super chats and all those types of things that people get. So you don't just get fame and clout, but people make money off this stuff. And because if you build a big enough platform on YouTube, especially before they start changing some of the algorithms and monetization and all that stuff, those people can make $1,000. Those females can make $1,000 a month, thousands of dollars a month. Is what I'm trying to say. With their quote unquote beauty tips, imitating black women and literally taking money out of black women's pockets. And then if a black woman does the same thing, literally those people can have 500,000 subscribers of a black woman doing the same exact thing, be lucky to have 100,000. So yeah, that's an issue that's most men, that's an issue that will just go right by us. We will have no idea what's going on. You can kind of see it a little bit if you look at Instagram, because you see so many racially ambiguous, I guess is a term that people use. You see so many racially ambiguous women running around and under black women and black love and black this and black that, and you can't really identify what in the world they are when you first look at them. Sister Melanated Queen says, exactly, they are even starting to advertise their businesses as black owned, and you can clearly tell it's not black owned. Yeah. Instagram is wild, because you'll get messages from people talking about, can you support my black business, or I want you to be the voice of or the face, or help me advertise, or whatever the case, my black business or this or that. And then you go to the page or you look at the person, you're like, wait a minute. I'm like, you're not black. So, you know what I'm saying? If there's a black person behind this business, send them to me. But you aren't black. So, and a lot of times I just see that stuff, I just delete it. There was a thing going around with people sending messages to people they want well, I'm trying to think what they were saying. They obviously weren't black, but they were saying something like, "We think you would be. It'd be good for you to be the be part of our Black Lives Matter campaign or something like that." And I was like, I'm like, clearly these people haven't actually gone and looked at the type of stuff I post. I just partially offended and partially what's the word I'm looking for? Partially offended and partially amused by it. Our wonderful producer said that old man in the crowd knew everything till you start talking about OnlyFans and internet madness. Yeah, we had a couple of elders. I had one that I know, and the other one I've seen, but I've never spoken. Well, I've spoken to in passing. But yeah, we have, DC is like that. We have a lot of people that have been around a lot of years. Some of them have been doing work. Some of them have just, doing what they do. So yeah, sister said the old man was, he was a hype man. Yeah, Well, I mean, it's good to have interaction. Most of the things we'll be doing moving forward will be more interactive. One thing I wanted to do, but I forgot because in the midst of doing the lecture and everything like that, I just forgot I wanted to take questions from you all that saw it, but it just slipped my mind completely. I wanted the Q&A to not just be people in the audience, but also people online. And Hood Honey says they did not check your page yet. Nah, they didn't. They didn't check my page before they sent that. And it's probably was some spam anyway. Just try to hack your page. That's the way I looked at it. But yeah, I was like, nah, I'm good on whatever you selling and whatever you talking about. No, where they say thanks, but no thanks. So yeah, I mean, we had that part. I saw the reaction of people to different parts. Talking to Brother Genie, and he said that he saw. Now I didn't. I think I probably was sitting down. I didn't watch it. I didn't look at the reaction of people, but there was a reaction of people that a reaction to people when the clip, and I played that clip on the show I think 2 weeks ago now. Time moves fast and kind of hard for me to remember, where Dwayne Wade's son was talking to former First Lady Michelle Obama. He was saying people were going through a cognitive dissonance moment with that. You all have seen that clip, of course. If you watched the show a couple of weeks ago, you've seen it. He was saying he was looking at people's reaction to that, because people have a tendency to like Michelle Obama, and if you actually really study politics, you'll realize that he would not have been able to become president and would not have gotten support of the black community without her. Because they actually, and a lot of people miss this, before Obama was supposed to be Harold Ford, who was a congressman out of Tennessee. And Harold Ford started dating some white woman, and that became a big controversy, and he got knocked down the Democratic ladder, and I don't even think he's even in office anymore. So the plan to bring up, and I think Obama was actually, for their purposes, was even a better option, but their plan to bring up an acceptable Negro had been in place for a long time, because the Democrats were on the road to a long losing streak, and the Republicans, there are certain things that they would not have been amenable to pass legislatively like the Democrats would, to help the hats do what they had planned to do, which we've seen in the last, when was Obama elected? 2008. So we've seen the last 12 years now. So there's a couple of people I want to really thank, and I don't see any of them. I don't see any of them actually in the chat, so I don't know if they're listening or not. But definitely want to thank Black Magus for donating yesterday, and definitely want to thank Brother Elijah for donating yesterday. All this was via the Cash App. And my brother Desaline definitely with the big support, and Brother Dawood as well. So all these people donated via the Cash App, in addition to all of them purchased tickets as well. So they went above and beyond too. So I just want to send out appreciation, say a BB40 and a BB tuning to all of those brothers. They came in strong. They came in strong. I'm not gonna say type of cash because I don't want people looking to them for handouts, but they came in strong, like that type of strong. The brother says Harold Ford is light skinned and he is no longer in politics. Right, yeah, and that was the original plan. The original plan, like I said, was to get an acceptable Negro, but they came up with a better plan, which was to bring out a mulatto, because that allowed him to get the white vote. Obama to get the white vote as well, and then here we are. That's all I'll say. We're here now. Now we have Kamala. And it's funny, no one brought up that clip, but I guess people have seen it. But people in the audience reacted like they didn't see it or they forgot. I don't know what was the case with that, whether that was something they weren't familiar with or something that, in light of her actually being in office, it makes you cringe to see it the second time. But yeah, people reacted to that. Let's see. But yeah, people reacted to that. They just were like, oh, I'm trying to think is there anything else that I saw that people reacted to? Any other parts? So y'all let me know if there's any other parts. And like I said, what I may do, y'all pick what's a good day for y'all for what we might do. Well, yeah, all right, y'all tell me this. Y'all like this idea? I'll pick a day. We will allow new people that missed it to pay, and the old people will have access. I'll open up the access to the old people, and we can have a watch party amongst ourselves, and then y'all can react. Because one thing I didn't get to see was y'all's reactions, and I don't know of any way anyway to bring it up as far as y'all comments and things like that were going on as the lecture was taking place. Because of course I was on stage. We had tech people that were doing that, and y'all let me know how the tech people did. Was everything good with that? As far as there weren't any issues with the stream and things like that. Brother Lord Bell says make a Patreon, put videos there. I will take that under advisement. I'll definitely look into that. It's funny you said that because I tried to get Brother Genie made a Patreon for years. So now you said it to me, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thought. So yeah, I forgot all about Patreon. So yeah, that's a thought. I will look into that. Definitely. Or maybe, I don't know. I had to talk to my wonderful producer, see what she has on the OTW tube. Is there some type of way to make pay streaming available if she has that option? We'll talk about that. But I'll let y'all know. I'll definitely make a way for people to be able to download it. And Philly E-Babe said the stream was pretty good as far as like visually and technically and stuff. You saying it was good? Okay, cool. That's good. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely try to get those two edited And so said virtually no technical issues. Good. Sound was good. Everything okay. Good. What we did actually, I forgot about this. It's been such a hectic weekend. I went into the venue the day before, the afternoon before, and when really it was mostly me, but I just worked on making sure that everything technically was good. I'm talking about from like the lighting to the camera to the computer, the streaming computer, to the sound, to you name it, like whatever it was, like trying to figure out camera angles. That I probably spent as much time doing that as I did the lecture. So we wanted everything to be good. So we did not want the issues that we had previously to come up. And Sister Farnessa said the link is private. Say the link is private. You saying the link is private right now? Is it? Okay, sister, I see your email. Okay, so I got you. I will have to check that and see. I thought it was not. Maybe I didn't. I'm surprised the sister never. Let me see if she sent me a message. Because that means I should have two messages saying, "Hey, the link is private. You're supposed to send it to me." If that's the case, then I will change it up as soon as the show's over. So yeah, I did. As soon as the show is over, I will change it up, and I will send it out to the sister that already paid, and then, like I said, for a few hours a day, you'll be able to watch it. Be able to fast forward past the parts that like the pregame. Y'all got to see behind the scenes because we started streaming kind of early and just get to the meat and potatoes of the issue at hand. Another question I have. I was supposed to do the Dr. Khaled lecture, and so I'm trying to figure out a time to do that. One, do people still want to see that? Y'all let me know. Just put a thumbs up or thumbs down. Do they have a thumbs down on that thing or whatever? And then two, I kind of want to do it in another city. Where? I don't know. But I do want to do it in another city. Sister said it would fade to black and come in, but you would be in the middle of a sentence. Maybe that was just streaming while live. Really? It's possible. It's possible there was a camera, because the brother did tell me that there was one time where he thought the camera shut down, and then before he could like try to adjust it or whatever, it came back up. So he was like, "Oh, well." So that, how many times did that occur? Because I need to. That means I got to rewatch the whole thing and try to figure that out. Oh, goodness. Yeah, because that's gonna take some editing work right there. It's gonna take some magic to make that go up. Okay, so people still want to see that lecture. Okay, that means I had to figure out how. Yeah, goodness, I had to figure out how I'm gonna do that. I may, I may make that a stream only event, or I don't know. Like I say, I may do that in another city. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that. But it's definitely, that one is needed. You said like 8 or 10 times? Oh no! Oh my goodness! I didn't know that. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. We got to work that issue out. Okay, I oh. So how long? It's just like a split second. Oh, okay. Man, I gotta figure that one out. Okay, I didn't know that. I had no clue. I had no clue. Okay. Okay. Yeah, now you're making me think. That's disappointing. Okay. And I don't. It wasn't. It wasn't the. It wasn't the stream. It's probably something with the camera. And Lord Bell asked, how does Cindy get a brown thumbs up? And, okay. So everybody's like, yeah, to the Dr. Khaled. Okay. I just had to figure out how and where. Split second. Okay. Okay, then that's probably what he was talking about with the camera. Okay, I gotta go back and look at that thing and figure out why that's the case. I know, because it seemed like it would just, I don't know. I gotta figure that out. Okay, so that's good to know. That's good to know for the next time. I just gotta figure out why I was doing that and what's going on. Brother says, how about doing it in Baltimore or Norfolk? Well, the only way I can do it, is if someone from that city or it helps organize it or organizes it. And what I mean by organize it is that because I'm not well known, they would have to be able to get the venue and do most of the advertising. So that would, anywhere up and down the East Coast, I don't really have a problem with, because I don't, it wouldn't cost as much to travel. Like it would, for example, it would cost nothing to travel to Baltimore. It would cost nothing. Just, hop in the vehicle and get to moving. It's 45 minutes to an hour away, depending on traffic. Norfolk is a little further away, but also wouldn't be a big deal. Difference is, of course, I had to probably, knowing me, I probably would want to stay over one night. So even as far away as New York, I wouldn't have an issue with, although I would have to stay over one night. But of course, that's my favorite city. So you can almost convince me to do anything in New York, being completely honest. Because that's just one of my favorite cities in America. It's not the same as like if somebody was in Texas or LA, like, yeah, come out here, like, because then at something like that, even though I would love to go to those places, then it costs more, which means that the person has to charge more, which means that it has to be someone that has already doing these types of events, or it has to be an organization with a group of people that could fund it. Things get more complex, because I'm not in a position to take my team and pay for all of us to catch flights and stuff like that. I'm not on that level. It is what it is. And I do have a team of people that I work with and that I travel with. So yeah, like East Coast cities, it is, for right now, up the I-95 corridor, down I-95 corridor. So, but that is, that is a goal. That's something I want to do as things are starting to open up. I think that, you have to get we have to get the SBPM message out to other places. We've been here doing the work, about 6 years now here in the DMV. We've been in other places as well, but it's time to do like Tupac and get around, if you will. But sister Melanated Queen says, your favorite city too? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. NYC always been, well, not always, but it's been my favorite city for a long time. When I was young, well, when I was a teenager, I always wanted to go to LA. I went to LA. It was exciting for the time. But like when it comes to like, cause I'm the type of person, when I travel somewhere, I want there to be something black to do when I get there. I don't just want to go there for like the regular sightseeing of whatever people do. Like I thought about going to Vegas, but I'm like, what's black there? And no one could answer the question when I asked. So I'm like, I guess there's nothing black there. So kind of off my list, Other than if I want to just go somewhere where no one is expecting me to go. But yeah, I'm trying to think some other cities I thought about. It's like, yeah, what's black there? People talk about Miami, and I'm like, okay, what's black there? There's plenty of black people, but when I say what's black in a city, like where is the culture? Where's the what's the level of black consciousness? Where's the place where black people who are conscious go? Like even though I'm not a fan of Atlanta for a lot of reasons, they do have black culture there. They do have an African community there, African centered community there. They do have elders there. Of course, Baba Baruti is there. So that is, it's a city that I don't mind going to because at least I know I can go there and avoid all the other stuff. And the brother says IG been to different places spreading the message. Indeed, but he hasn't been on the scene as much. And there's a reason why. Lordville said the only thing black in Vegas is blackjack. Yeah, there are black people there, but as far as like black consciousness or whatever, good luck with that. Unique One Express says New Orleans is a good one. It's funny, we actually had people in the chapter from that were born in New Orleans, and that's just never been on my radar. Cause I don't know, other than our people, I don't know any conscious people from New Orleans. So I know there's a lot of degeneracy and whatnot going on in New Orleans. I can tell you that much. But yeah. And Brother Patrick said Atlanta's being gentrified right now. Well, wherever we at is being gentrified from what I've seen. But yeah, Atlanta's I've been there, I guess 3 times now. So maybe 4. Kind of lost count. Atlanta's a very weird place. There's a lot of different things happening in that city. It's very interesting. Our wonderful producer says, thought you would go into the fact that Kamala ain't black. The reason for her not wanting to do anything for black people. I thought that's readily apparent that she's not black, but I just let her speak for herself. As if you talking about Swash yesterday, yeah, I let her speak for herself because a lot of times people, the way things are being censored, a lot of times people don't know stuff that you think is basic. They just don't know. Like people don't know Kamala Harris isn't black. They just see her. She does her little, she does a little black girl imitation. I think I think it's a lot of people that don't even know she's married to a whole hat, and just went into a whole pre-made hat family. I think it's a lot of people that don't know that. Because when you see the pictures, you're like, wow, even when I see the pictures. And Taylor Nubia says NYC is her favorite too. Hey, it is what it is. NYC is an interesting place too. It just is. All the boroughs kind of have their own flavor, so it gives you a lot of different things. But I think I probably like it because, man, they have a lot of different vegan food options. And the further down and the further away from the East Coast you get, I guess until you get to California, the more limited your food options get if you're vegan. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm familiar with the brother. Yeah, I'm familiar with BPM. Yeah, I'm definitely familiar with him, brother. He and I don't know if you know, but when we did our Asafo conference in Atlanta, and I believe that was 2018, he brought his team out there. So that was a spectacular event. Man, I'm assuming that Jeannie has the footage from that. I don't even know, but that was a spectacular event. For those who missed it, and probably most of y'all who are following me probably weren't even following me then. Um, that event featured at the time Brother Genie, Baba Ashra Kwesi, and Baba Baruti on one at one event. So yeah, that was outstanding event, and that was in Atlanta, and we had a tremendous turnout for that. It was just and brother Vernon was there with BPM. They were there. They were there strong. He, I can't even remember how many people he brought. He might have brought 20 of his young his young warriors with him. You say Jacksonville. Yeah, Jacksonville's a plane ride though. Jacksonville's a plane ride. Like if the brother, if the brother was like, "Hey, I want you to come down," then yeah, I would do it. Because I know he already has I know he already has a core audience. I already know he can bring up people, and we could work something out financially, and it'd be all good. But that's not a, at least to me, at least for me, because when we did the Atlanta thing, that's not a go down and come back trip. That travel by road is brutal. I just, being packed in a vehicle for 12 plus hours, you know, you're gonna need. I will need a day of recovery. I can't speak for nobody else. Do that and then stand up in front of people and do a lecture for 2.5, 3 hours. Man, that's work. That's work. So, but yeah. So we'll as things shake out, I have a couple of places in mind. A couple of places, some near, some far. It's just a matter of having a partner, a group to work with to make that happen. So we'll see, and I'll let you all know. Definitely let you all know. Like I said, we cooking up some things, and we'll let you all know in advance. Let's see. Okay, it's after 3 that quick. Man, time moves fast when you're getting older. And I think I missed someone. Oh, a wonderful producer says that she's a home wrecker as well. And she gets sponsored by Planned Parenthood. I didn't know she got, but I should have known. But I didn't know she gets sponsored by Planned Parenthood. Yeah, I mean, Kamala's rise to power via the bedroom is pretty much well documented. And it just goes to show how the media puts their thumb on the scales, because if she was an actual black woman, there's no way with her record that she would be able to get elected to anything on a national scale. But they cover up for people they want to cover up for, and the people that they want to expose, they want to expose. I've been kind of, speaking of covering up and exposing, I've been trying to just kind of got this just came on my radar with the football player, a black quarterback, which still this time you don't see a lot of Deshaun Watson. Apparently he's being accused by suddenly, last thing I saw was like 5 or more women of all types of sexual improprieties. Of course, I can't. They won't let us know. I'm interested to see if these women are black or white or whatever. I thought, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not sure. I thought he just signed a big contract within the last year, like $40 million a year, something like that, like something huge, something, you know. And I had heard that he wanted to get out of the city of Houston. He wanted to be traded, for whatever reason, and then suddenly this comes up. So he gets the money, then he's not satisfied with the organization, and now the accusations come. So that's something I want to see what's going on with that. That just came on my radar, cause you know, when black men get successful, you have to be very careful. I don't know if you all remember this, but there's a former, I think he made the NFL. I know he was a college football player, and he became a doctor. I believe his name is Myron Rolle, and what's her name? Amanda. Y'all help me out. She's a actress or something. Like, I always see her talking, even though she never said anything of relevance. But yeah, she accused him of something, and that's brother known for having upstanding character and being in the community and going on becoming a doctor and all this stuff, and she accused him of whatever. So I've learned to be like careful now. I used to I'll be honest, I'll be like, oh man, I can't believe the brother did it. Now it's like, let me stop. Let me see what's going on. It said you sent me the article. A whistleblower goes to her about them selling body parts, and she sends the feds to the man's house to confiscate his computer. Wow. Okay, yeah, send me that. I didn't see that. Maybe we'll just do a show. Amanda Seals, thank you, Louisville, thank you. Yeah, is she even black? Amanda Seals, Louisville, help me out, because she always speaking on black issues, and the more I look at her, the less black she looks to me. But like literally, almost like I say, 85% of the people they roll out in front of us, maybe more, to speak on our issues are either homosexuals or some type of hybrids. And those are the people that are always in front of the camera and always giving their opinion. Louisville says she's mixed. There it is. Now, Unique One Express says she's black. All right, well, somebody wrong. Somebody's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I always thought she was mixed. I didn't, but I never knew. I just see her always putting her 2 cents into the pot, whether it's asked for or not. And Brother Patrick is like, no. So I'll figure it out. I'll dig into it. But yeah, I find her annoying. But she didn't really get a lot of backlash for that false accusation of that brother the way she should. But one thing that reminded me is that just because someone says it doesn't mean it's true, especially in the case of extremely successful black men. And it's always interesting because these cases are interesting because you have people who've been vouched for by other black people and white people, and then someone comes out of nowhere and accuses them of all types of stuff, and you're like, okay. And our wonderful producer says she's from Grenada, your home, but she act like she don't know better. I mean, it's part of that Hollywood scene, so you definitely get vetted. You definitely will get ritualized if you're part of that Hollywood scene. So we can expect anyone that's a part of that to do anything that the hats tell them to do. So whatever she is, we know whose side she's on. That's for sure. But I'm just trying to think now that any other aspects of first of all, let me do something real quick. Anyone that has wait a minute, hold up. I said that. Did y'all vote? Did we have a discussion about a watch party or no? Y'all remind me. Because I know we got a thumbs up for the Dr. Khaled lecture, But did I mention the watch party, or did I just think it? Because sometimes I think things and I don't actually say them, and then people look at me when I say, "Yeah, remember I said so and so," and they're looking at me like, "No." So y'all refresh my memory on that. In the meantime, let me say, be sure to follow me if you're listening to this on Instagram at dc.radical the numeral one, on Twitter, even though I'm not on there as much, at DC underscore radical underscore ONE. The Cash App is $DC radical the numeral one. And of course, this is the YouTube, capital D, small c, radical one. And the email, dc.radical underscore one at protonmail.com. So for those who want to contact me or follow me via social media, that is how you do it. And so I believe Sister Vanessa, you paid. I know you paid. And other sisters, she paid. She didn't get to see it. And like I said, it will be available for those who have the link for the next maybe 8 hours or so. I saw you on the list. So if the link is not open, which I thought it was, it will be open as soon as I end this show in the next 18 and a half minutes. Because I said I would go an hour and a half. I do have other things to do. I'm not going to call our wonderful producer old. She's mature. She just looks good. That's all. But she is mature. Thank you, wonderful producer, for putting the Cash App in the chat. And again, thank everybody who purchased a ticket and those who came out. It was definitely, I thought it was a much needed discussion. One thing I had wanted to do that I still haven't done, and this is something I plan to do literally probably 3 years ago. And one thing I want to have, similar to, for those that saw that show, we had the discussion between black men and black women. I would definitely want to have that at E-Life again sometime in the summer. Just us, black men, black women, behind closed doors. Probably wouldn't be live streamed, although I had to think about it and see, and just have a discussion on our issues. If that is something y'all are interested in, let me know. I mean, I'm gonna do it eventually. Just have to wait till things open up more. But if that's interested, for those who aren't in the area of seeing, then yeah. Let's see. Lord Bell says, let's do a watch party. Taylor Nubia says, let's do a watch party. Okay. All right. That's okay. I gotta pick a day. It'll be more than likely it'll be a Saturday night, and what I may do is probably take out the filler. So probably take out the first part, and maybe take out the the intermission. So y'all let me know, because I don't know. Like, when you're not there, the intermission doesn't really serve a purpose. When you're there, it serves a purpose. People can talk, interact, go see the vendors, get food, blah blah blah. That's a question. What did y'all do during the intermission? Serious question. Like, when you watch the live stream, what do y'all do during the intermission? Do y'all do the same thing? Y'all go to the refrigerator like this commercial and break out something, and eat that, or what? Make you some popcorn, get your bean pie, whatever the case may be. What do y'all do during the intermission? And Sister Vanessa says, yes, that's a combo that we need to have behind closed doors. Oh, yeah. definitely. And we've done. Did we do something like that before? Maybe we didn't. I'm planning this so long ago, but I don't think it's ever been executed because we had a whole all of 19 erased off the calendar. And so, yeah, let's see. Oh, Sister Nina. Greetings, Sister Nina. She said, great presentation, great info shared yesterday about our Queen Warriors. All right, thank you, Sister. And Sister Farnessa says, yeah, we go to the fridge, the bathroom, etc. Of course, our wonderful producer has jokes. She talking about she went to make a sandwich. And you think, Sister Taylor, you said you think what would be a great lecture? Fill me in, cause I'm a little lost. You think the discussion would be great? Cause that wouldn't even be a lecture. It would just be literally just me and a sister facilitating, a discussion amongst our people. And yeah, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna do that. We're gonna do that. SBPM's gonna do that. We'll live stream it, and that'll be more interactive, and we'll take questions from the audience. I don't have a way to take comments, but we can take questions. We can have people. I can have my tech people take questions and announce the questions. Yeah, that'll be, yeah, that is what I will do. That'll be that will be, we'll do that this summer. Be warm, people want to be out. Long as things continue along the track they're on, more and more people will want to be out. More and more things will be open, get a larger audience. It's something that's interactive. People will be a part of. And yeah, I just gotta figure out a date. We're gonna do that. That's an event that's gonna happen. I just gotta find a time to put it on the calendar. What was I getting ready to say? I just lost my train of thought. I was getting ready to say something. I just completely blanked out. Okay, so watch party, cool. Since Vanessa talking about she ready to go on break now. You only got 12 and a half minutes. I'm ready to go on break too. I got stuff. Obviously, I've been busy this weekend, so I got stuff I have to do as well. But I enjoy interacting with you all, because, like I said, we're building a digital community, building a digital family. And Sister Nina says everyone don't need to know our moves amongst us. Yeah, so indeed. And so yeah. The more I think about that, the more I want to do it, because I wanted to do it for years. It's never taken place. Yeah, it's time. And the brother says Amanda Seals. I don't know why anyone listens to her, but she's given a big platform. How many people are actually listening? It's hard to measure, because sometimes some people are put in front of the camera to speak to white people as black people, and to convince white people that what they think is what we think. And so we're just looking at the person as a clown. Meanwhile, the rest of the world thinks that person represents our views, and then we wonder why they react to us the way they do. We're like, hey, I thought you Negroes or such and such. And we're like, why? Well, Amanda Seals was on. You like, who? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what they use those people for. You like I said, we dismiss them and just think, no one listens to that person. But these people have huge platforms, someone could easily say, no one listens to me, and I'll be like, yeah, it's only a few people, but yeah, almost no one. You're right. What's your point? So yeah, that's those people's jobs, and they're vetted. So the chances of even someone especially in that Hollywood scene. The chances of someone even being a spook who sat by the door, so to speak, is very, it's very unlikely. Can't wait until August. Sister Nina. Oh, so you're gonna be back up? Okay, cool. You planning already, huh? We haven't even planned for August, and you already got plans. That might actually be a good time to have that discussion that same weekend. So I'll let you all know. It'll be sometime this summer. It'll be after it warms up. So that's definitely the case. Uh, Sister says yes. I think it'd be a great. It would be great to do in the summer months, the combo between black man and black woman. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a summertime thing, you know. Um, Unfortunately, I don't think it'll reach as many people as it needs to. I think more mature people will be willing to have the discussion, and of course there'll be some damaged people on both sides that will come to add their 2 cents, and that's why you have moderators for these events, you know, and if necessary, security, because you never know when you might have to take a brother outside and convince him that long life and good health can be had outside the doors of the venue. You know, if you ever run any type of event, you know that those things can happen. Says Farnessa says it sounds like a plan. Have the discussion on Friday and lectures on Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, yeah. I had to see how the team feels. You know, because I could have a great idea and the team's like, no, just simply no, or you just say no, that's not a good idea. Why not? Then you have a discussion. You like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. It makes sense that it's not a good idea. So, but like I said, it will happen this summer. Even if I have to pass the keys off to someone else to do it, but I already know how I want it done because I've seen it. I've seen another organization do it, and they no longer do it. So there are just times when I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be completely honest. If you have a good idea for your organization, and then your organization doesn't do what you were doing, or your organization becomes defunct because those things happen. Yeah, I definitely will take your idea, remold it in an SBPM image, repackage it, and implement it. There's no doubt about that. And our wonderful producer says that Amanda Seales was on MTV, so those young liberal ears are for her to shape. You know how the masses eat up the tell lies visually machine. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And the brother says, is a Straight Black Pride annual event going to be in the same city? Brother, being completely honest, we haven't made any plans. So when plans when the plans are finalized, I'll let you all know. Of course, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know there immediately. On Twitter eventually, and on YouTube probably not long after Instagram. So it's just I'll let you all know. If I had to bet, it will be here in DC or in the DC area. Just because we at least know what is happening here, as opposed to another city where it looks like we're out of the woods with the Rona, as people say, but you never know. Cause I just saw something claiming that Europe is in a third wave, so you can sit here and make plans and be all excited and be happy, and tomorrow I'll be sitting around talking about we're gonna lock down after next week. So that's not completely out the picture. It's not something I want to see, but it's not something completely outside of the realm of possibility. So we still can plan and implement, but things do happen. Because initially I was supposed to do I was supposed to do the Memorandum 46 discussion in like April or something like that. And then the Rona hit and I ended up doing it in August. But that was beneficial because that allowed me to actually reconceptualize the entire discussion and bring it from a completely different perspective, which made it that much more successful, in my opinion. So, we'll see. I'll let you all know. Like I said, watch party. I will definitely. What's the best day for the watch party before I get off of here? Because I'm thinking Saturday. So y'all let me know. Is Saturday the best day to do the watch party? And then I can advertise it again for those who missed it. And then if I do the watch party, I might do a little commentary and critique on my own performance. And our wonderful producer says, don't forget to sign up for OTWTube.com, uncensored free speech platform owned by our wonderful producer Cindy Ashby. So yeah, if you sign up to me, go over there and sign up to her. She has, I know she has at least one of my shows up. She has the show up from a couple of weeks ago, and she'll probably put up a couple of other shows later on. So Lord Vale say Saturday, Commodore's voice. Okay, Saturday's all right. Well, okay, so it will be a Saturday. Everyone is saying Saturday's cool. So yeah, we'll do a Saturday watch party. And maybe I'll make that a thing. Y'all tell me what you think. Like, maybe I'll make I'll see how successful this is. But I do have some other lectures from the elders and ancestors. Maybe we'll do, I don't know how often, but like watch parties on old lectures, like old John Henry Clark, old Dr. Ben, stuff like that. Y'all tell me, is that something that y'all be interested in? Because everybody has watch parties for all types of stuff. Nobody has watch parties for knowledge that I know of, anyway. So with that, brothers and sisters, we're getting ready to come to a close. I said I would do an hour and a half. My time is nearly up. Again, I thank everyone who purchased the live stream. I will make the link available again for those who already. I'll open it up so for those who already have the link, you can watch it again today. Since Vanessa says, I love to see some Baba Crazy. Yeah, Baba Crazy is real particular about his stuff though. So that's, I don't think I can get permission from Baba Crazy. Like, Baba Crazy is real particular, and I understand why, because people have utilized his stuff without his permission more than once, and he's lost money behind it. So I would love to do a Bob Crazy watch party, to be honest, but yeah, I don't think he'll allow that. But and straight Black Pride to the War Report. I don't know if you just joined us, brother, but I'm glad you joined us. We are about to close out in a few. I don't know if you got a chance to see the lecture yesterday. If not, let me know. I know you'll be interested. Well, yeah, I'm gonna definitely I'm gonna look into that issue that our wonderful producer told me about, as far as the camera or whatever that was. I'll look into that. I'll see if that can be edited out. Okay, your brother said he was out of town. Oh, okay. I will see if that can be edited out, and then if it can be edited out and still the integrity of the video can be maintained, then we will have a I'll find a way to make that available. Okay. All right, brother. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. And I will make it available to for purchase physically or download. You know. So, like I said, I was looking at part of it this morning just to see, but I didn't get a chance to look at the whole thing because it is what it is. I did it, so I didn't have to see the whole thing, but I do have to kind of see. Now that y'all told me what the issues were, I do have to see how bad those technical issues were. But again, I thank you all for your support. I thank you all for the donations. I thank you all for purchasing tickets. And yeah, with that, I will say a BB for Hodier and straight black pride.